Welcome back to the Gamecocks Football Captain's Log. As always, I am your host, Brandon Silvers, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, the captain of Morris Island Charters, Captain Petey. And as always, a third time, we're miserable. Captain Petey.
Yes, the giant elephant in the room is always the misery of being a Gamecock football fan.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We try to show up every week and think of new things to say, ways to keep this entertaining. And the football team doesn't do that. They do the same thing every week, and it's not entertaining, and it's very hurtful to me and you.
It is. And for 9 weeks, 9 out of 10 weeks, we could come on here and have just the same thing recorded, just post it the following week. It's the same shit every fucking week, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah. It's a bunch of bullshit, quite
I'm
frankly.
I'm sick of this. I don't know. I want to move to a different country.
Yeah.
And become a soccer fan or something. Like
yeah.
this.
Soccer. I was thinking maybe cricket. That seems interesting.
Something.
Highlight.
Let's move to New Zealand, and we'll watch them play rugby.
Yeah, they're awesome at it. It seems exciting and something new every week.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to talk about it. So, unsurprisingly, Ole Miss beat us. They didn't even look that great, is what's depressing to me.
You know what this game was? It's like Gamecocks versus Clemson last year. So spectacularly bad to watch. And basically no offense. And in the first half, we came out and just shit in our own boots for 2 quarters and thought something good would happen. And it didn't.
I found myself saying over and over again, how long is this game going to be on? I kept saying, I could not believe how long the game was. It was like the second quarter. I couldn't believe it. It felt like it was taking forever. It felt like some sort of like terrorist way to get information from someone in some ridiculous movie.
I think so. I don't remember what time it was exactly, but I left with like halfway through the second quarter to go do a tour. And when I got off the boat, we still had like 2 minutes left in the game.
This was Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
It was ridiculous. It was just so slow. Nothing exciting was happening. We just kept letting their huge defensive tackles get rushing touchdowns, and just not doing anything offensively. It was just pathetic.
So going back and watching the game, and there has to be a huge cause of why it took so long was every single play, Ole Miss had somebody hurt.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if these were legitimate injuries because they always seem to come back in the next play. But if Ole Miss is that hurt on every play, how are they going to play next week? They got to be down to like their third string everybody.
This was something I saw Beamer addressed in his press conference. And when you do it after getting blown out, it comes off as loser talk. And I agree.
Yeah.
But that's really all we
loser talk.
I mean, that's all we have.
Everything he's ever said has had no substance, and it's just talking points and try to make us feel good, put blame on himself, and just be dumb shit.
Yeah. And so I do agree it very much was loser talk, but he does have a valid point in that I think if a player is quote unquote injured and to where everything has to stop, they should have to at least sit out an entire series before coming back.
Yes, you would. Yeah, especially if they've gone down twice in that series.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just flopping around down there and then you make this miraculous recovery, then I'm going to start wondering if you're lying to me. And I think they were.
Yeah, but the thing is, why were they even doing it? There was not like there was any potential other than slowing down our offense. But they also did it on their like when they had the ball too.
Yes, it just felt like they were trying to drag it out to make us even more miserable than we already were. That's what I thought. Like it was something personal Lane Kiffin had against me. It's the only thing I could come up with. Because you're right, it made no sense. What do you just go score again? What do we care?
Yeah, I'll say we were better in the second half than we were in the first, but there was absolutely no reason for this. All of these injuries.
No.
What do you have? Okay, maybe did you stub your toe? Did you have a hangnail? Did you lose a nose hair or something?
What happened? What's going on?
What are these elusive injuries that were supposedly plaguing you all game?
Help us help you. Like let's get to the bottom of this and see if we can get you out of Columbia alive.
Let's just get you out of Columbia. I don't care.
Yeah. You're right. We were much better in the second half. Only gave up 3 points. The defense feels competent to me this year.
Yes. So
which is incredibly confusing.
My big takeaway is the defense was good enough to win that game. And I don't know if you remember last week, like I said, that I don't like us having that bye week and not being able to keep a rhythm. But that's exactly what happened. The offense came in and had no rhythm, especially for the first half. Also, we made some terrible play calls as far as the fake punt. We had already told them we were going for the fake punt because we came out on fourth down and lined up like we were going to go for it regardless. And then we called timeout, come out with a fake punt, and obviously didn't get it. Because they kept the first team defense. What was plan A?
Ridiculous, because not only do you not get the first down, but now you have burned a timeout for no reason.
Yeah. And
you used all your great plays up against the mighty Akron, whoever they are, the Zips.
Yes. So it was a fake punt we've not seen before, which is the dive up the middle, which I don't think I've ever seen that work.
No.
Put it in Kai's hands. He's like, he's 12 for 12 in passing touchdowns. Let's put in Kai's hands.
Our greatest quarterback in school history. I couldn't believe that. Let's run down the dumbest things we saw offensively. The Robbie Ashford.
Oh, why was Robbie even in the fucking game?
Coming in to take a snap and promptly fumbles it away.
He fumble it straight up the middle. Goddamn.
Just ridiculous. That was great. What is the Raheem Sanders? Is Raheem Sanders healthy or not?
I have no idea. He looked better in the second half, but we didn't really play him at all in the first. He might have had like 3 carries in the first.
Oscar Attaway.
I don't like him. Look, we played him a lot last week, but it wasn't because he was good, or not. 2 weeks ago. It wasn't because he was good. Why can't we put Juju in? We played him a lot. He did well enough. He's been there for 13 years.
Just crazy that like if Rocket Sanders is healthy, why is he not getting the ball? And then if he's not healthy, why are you giving the ball in the second half?
24 points. Let's put him in when there's no possible way of us winning.
It made no sense. I could not understand it whatsoever.
Nick Harbour had a pick play he got called for.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't know how to run routes.
No, that is the problem. We keep wondering why we haven't seen him, and now we know.
You know what? Just streak him down the field. He can do that.
Yes.
Any moron can do that. I don't care. He's the fastest human being on the planet. Let's just let him do that one thing. Why are we trying to make him like an every down receiver? He did have one underneath route where he got the first down. I think it was on 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10 or something like that, which great. That's awesome. But let's not depend on him for everything. Let's just let him do the one thing he does well and do that.
Yes, you got to get something out of him. And I get it's very admirable that you're trying to develop him as a receiver. But in real game time, we have to use him in an effective way. Yeah. Randy Moss made a career out of sprinting in a straight line. Just do that. Just sprint in a straight line. That's all I ask.
Sorry, I think something happened here.
It's okay. This is right on brand.
Is it still recording?
With the still recording. You're good. This is right on brand with everything Gamecock football. Technical difficulties.
Right. It says it's not readable by your computer. I don't know what I'm. Whatever.
We're all good. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. Well, it acted like things were not connecting well, which is my internet's been
things are not connecting well. The Gamecock's offense.
Gamecock's not connecting well. Yes. On all aspects. It's just like fuck everything.
Look, there's nothing that they don't infect with their incompetence. But I wonder too if they look at Nick Harbor and they're like, he kind of looks like he could be a possession receiver, so let's give it a try. But he doesn't have it figured out.
That is not him. He is a deep guy.
Run fast. Go.
Go fast down the field. That's all we need you to do. We got 5 other guys that can do routes.
Yes.
And whether or not they run them great or not, they're running them better than him. But you can run down the field fast and get down the field fast. That's fine. Do that one thing.
That's all we ask.
To make you a hero for every game. We just need you to get better.
And then, what were your Lenoris thoughts? Interesting to me, no goggles this week.
Yeah, I think that was the second week in a row.
Yeah, it really throws me off. Had the interception.
We were playing scared with him.
Yeah.
The first half. Like, we didn't have him run the ball at all, except for, I think, the last drive before half. He took off and then slowed down for some reason. And then ran out of bounds.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very good play.
Then later on, he took off and ran and stopped inbounds so the clock would keep running, which made a lot more sense.
Yeah. We're coaching them up out there.
Yeah, we are doing so well at this game that we've recently discovered called football. Accuracy is a problem still. I will say we didn't turn the ball over as much, except for that one pick at the end.
Yeah.
At least we didn't fumble like we
outside of Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah. At least the Norris didn't fumble. Man, if we could ever get him figured out, we would be great. But we're not that kind of people.
No, because you can see, okay, this kid, he can be good.
Yeah.
But there's nothing offensively I've seen. Even going back to Nick Harbor, we've had Nick Harbor a year already, and this is how he runs routes. We still don't know how to use him. We haven't taught him how to run routes.
He's not a true freshman. You're like, this is his second year in the system, and obviously, I guess he's getting better, but not. I don't know how we're still so far behind as far as his route running ability.
No. So it makes no sense. I guess the good takeaway for me was the Juice Wells fumble before reaching the end zone. That's the only happy memory I will take.
Play of the game, even though we gave up 80 yards on that one.
Yes.
We did stop. With our rivalry with Juice Wells, we punched it out and caused a touchback on the 1 yard line, which is awesome.
Yeah. Good for us.
I love that we got his hopes up for that one play, and then we just made it go poo-poo.
Yeah. And so kind of sticking with the theme as every Gamecock football week being the exact same, we are now facing another team that is coming off of an embarrassing upset loss in Alabama.
Yeah.
This Saturday, noon in Alabama, they somehow lost to Vandy, who I am now terrified to play.
Diego.
Diego, I'm cursing on TV and thanking God in the same sentence, which is a move I respect. What is there to even say about this game?
I think it's going to be exactly the same as last week. So Alabama is going to come, or we're going to go to Alabama. They're going to be really pissed off. and they were shoving refs and shit after losing.
Yeah, they were losing it. They were losing their minds.
And then they're just going to destroy us.
Yes.
Our defense is not going to be able to stop them. Our offense will not be on the field more than 5 minutes. I don't know what to do. This is going to be a massacre.
It's going to be bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what. This is just good. We're getting 2 pissed off teams in a row after being upset. So our only chance was to have this be like a sneaky game for them. They blow up. We would hopefully have gone into this week them blowing out Vandy, kind of being asleep and being looking past us into next week. I don't know who they have next week, but it's probably somebody better than us.
Yeah, I'm getting less and less confident. I used to think we'd have a chance against A&M. I no longer feel that way. They somehow figured it out. I think we were texting about it. Mike Elko, really good football coach.
Yeah.
Vandy, we just saw how that went from Alabama. We are not Alabama.
The good thing about that is they won't be tearing down the goalpost when they beat us and throwing it into the river.
No, they'll just walk off the field.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. And just
then Mizzou, who that would be the team I would try to talk myself into, but they've just ruined us forever. Like, I just hate playing Mizzou. It's one of those teams where they're just going to beat us no matter what. And you really can't explain how or why. It just happens. So now I'm getting real nervous about the overall schedule. Like, I can still talk myself into Wofford. But now this is very quickly starting to look like a 4-win season. And I don't like that.
No. And this team has been plagued by poor coaching. Bad play calling at the wrong time.
Yep.
And we're never going to be a contender in this league until we get a coach that is very good at play calling and not emotional. Because I feel like that's always Beamer's problem. It's an emotional play call, not what's the smart play here.
Yeah, he's coaching off vibes, which doesn't work.
Yeah, but you gave the vibe was not go for it on 4th and 1 on your 30-yard line.
yeah, that was the wrong vibe. He misread the vibe.
First drive. That's just, come on. I get it. Yeah,
that was pretty bad.
Almost went straight down the field and scored on the first drive. I get it. But your back was not against the wall at that point. You still had plenty of time. Let's just not make it. Let's not compound bad things on top of bad things.
I think there's something to a theory you raised, if it was not last week, a couple weeks ago, where he's really wrapped up in this Beamer ball thing.
Yes.
To where he's got to do something exciting on special teams if it's a big game, just to be like, hey, this is the brand, baby. This is the brand.
Yeah, but it's got to be when they're not expecting it, not
that's true.
Immediately after you look like they go for it on 4th and 1.
That is true. He hadn't got that part down yet, and I don't know if he will. But it's just this is getting ugly fast, and we knew it was a tough schedule.
Yeah.
But we hoped to at least see improvement. I guess we've seen that on the defensive side of the ball. But offensively, at best, we're stuck in neutral.
I think we're in reverse at the moment. But
kind of feels like it. Yeah, kind of feels like it.
Yeah. Even Akron wasn't like an awe-inspiring game. It was just Akron being really bad.
Yeah.
And now we're coming up against competition, and we're just not able to do anything.
Yeah. I forgot to ask you, Ole Miss game, if the Dylan Stewart machine gun celebration.
Wow, that was stupid.
Losing a game
You're down 24 points. Why?
3 touchdowns, and that's what you do. And like, what would even possess you to do that? What would like he just completely caught up in the moment and does that? Just absolutely hilariously stupid
Did he
thing to
watch
do.
Scarface before the game or something and think that would be a great idea to do? I don't know what. I
Just
can't imagine.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Just
obviously that's going to get called.
yeah, just a great representation of the season we've had so far, where we're celebrating nothing,
Just like, oh yeah,
just like flexing through a loss. It just insanity. So yeah, I'm afraid to ask. I already know the answer. What are the Dolphins saying? Where are their entertainment porpoises going? The spread just checked. Bama favored by 21 points. What are the Dolphins telling you?
So the Dolphins are telling me that this is going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
Take Alabama minus the points because they're going to cover and they're going to cover big.
I feel like Kalen DeBoer, we've seen what the offense, all of his offenses have looked like every stop. I think with the loss, and I saw like this guy called up Feinbaum and was talking about just comparing losing to Vandy with your wife cheating on you and how like, you can never repair the trust, and comparing that to like Kalen DeBoer, who is in his first season and exceeding like if Kalen DeBoer did that for us, I would mouth kiss him. No questions asked. He wouldn't be able to fight me off.
Imagine being in that kind of a fan base. Like, you're expected to win every fucking week. And if you even think about losing to Vandy once in 100 years, then you're automatically, want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
But, we do it like every 5 years.
This is just how we live. And it's like, so I think he's going to be extra motivated to pull out that full playbook to just shut those fans up. And we're just going to have to be there and deal with it. And it's going to be terrible, but we should be used to it by now. I'm not shocked. I'm disappointed.
I'd expect that 17-year-old to have like 700 yards.
Man. I bet he's
not going to be able to tackle Milroe.
No, he's insane. I love watching him play, and he's gonna make us look silly. Imagine him getting matched up with DQ Smith. He wouldn't even have to do any of those spins. He just like watching DQ play defensive back is like playing with your dog, and like you pretend to throw the ball, and he's just gone. Like that's how he plays defense.
Yeah. Where'd the ball go?
He's gone. Oh, and he just silly dog.
Dumb dog.
Yeah, and that's just how he covers, and it's pretty sad. And now he might end up on the greatest freshman receiver I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah,
and I can't imagine how that goes any way but poorly. So,
it's true.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
No.
Do we have anything else to cover about this depressing team?
This is not going to get better.
No, it's not. So you know what? Skip the game. Book a tour with Petey. The information is in the show notes. You're in the low country. The storm, hopefully everyone makes it through the storm in Florida fine. Doesn't affect us in South Carolina. Go out for a nice, beautiful boat tour. You don't even have to worry about Gamecock football. Pretend it doesn't exist. Just kind of mind your business until women's basketball season starts and enjoy your life.
Yeah, Gamecock football is bad for your mental health.
It's terrible. I'm depressed.
And do something better with your time.
Yeah. So, that'll do it for this week. We'll be on to have the exact same conversation next week. On behalf of Captain Petey, I am his first mate, Brandon, and we are sorry.
Yes.